I didn't know him well. We would go at it, but we didn't, I don't know if we ever spoke other than to maybe say hello a couple of times. So I've spoken to him a lot. Dr. Bright, I never met Dr. Bright. I don't know who he is. I didn't hear good things about him. I did not hear good things about him at all. And to me, he seems like a disgruntled employee that's trying to help the Democrats win an election. Who is this guy? But I never met him. I know nothing about him. But he's a disgruntled guy. And I don't think disgruntled people should be working for a certain administration. Well, everyone knows who he is, so why is it a whistleblower?
Just office protection doesn't.
Well, protection from what? Protection from what?
You drop a little lawsuit on him and you make him pay, big league.
I don't know him, and they brought him in as a witness against me, even though I don't know him.
I know Anthony Weiner.
I don't even know the guy.
I don't know him.
You know, I don't know him. I never met him. I don't know him. I've heard, I don't know him, but I've heard he was a very good man. So I don't know him. I didn't speak to him. I don't know him. I don't know his father. I met him once. I know him. He's my friend.
Well, I don't know him. I don't know him. I really don't know him.
I do have confidence. I don't know him. I do have confidence in him. Well, I hear fantastic. I don't know him. I hear fantastic things, beyond fantastic. I don't know Jeremy Corbyn. Never met him. Never spoke to him. I, for the most part, don't know. The King of Jordan it seems like a nice man. I mean, I don't know. We're going to see. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know. No, I don't know Vindman at all. But Mark Burnett, who did Survivor, and a great guy and a friend of mine, but I didn't know him. I don't know him at all. I don't know him, but he said these wonderful things about Donald Trump.
I don't know Papadopoulos. I don't know him. I don't know him.
I don't know him at all. Don't know what he's about. Don't know where he comes from. Know nothing about him. I don't even know who this man is. No, I don't know him.
He's a con man.
I don't know him. He's sort of like a groupie. He shows up at fundraisers. Parnas, I don't know, other than he probably contributed to the campaign.
We really don't know each other.
The gentleman, never met him, don't even know the name of his company. I actually sort of know it, but I want to get it exactly correct.
I don't know him very well. I met him a couple of times. He was on for a short while of The Apprentice years ago. Seemed like a very nice person. Don't know him.
I don't know the gentleman. I think I know him a little bit.
I don't know these women.
I don't know Tom Osborne. Again, I don't know him, never met him. But I've heard he's done a good job. We differ on certain subjects, but I've heard he's actually done a good job. It's too bad he's leaving, but really don't know him.
I don't know who he is. Never heard of him. I know nothing about him. I don't even know who he is.
Who the hell is he? I don't know.
I know nothing about WikiLeaks. It's not my thing. I know there is something having to do with Julian Assange, and I know nothing really about him. It's not my deal in life. What do I have to get involved with Putin? Involved with Putin for? I have nothing to do with Putin. I've never spoken to him. I don't know anything about him other than he will respect me. I don't know Putin, folks. I don't know. I hope I like him. I hope he likes me, because I'd love to get along with Russia. We get along very well. I hope we get along well. I think we get along well. Hopefully someday maybe he'll be a friend. It could happen, but I just don't know him very well. I've met him a couple of times. If I had a relationship with Putin, I don't know him. I met him twice, maybe 3 times, 2.5 times. If we could develop a relationship, which is good for Russia, good for us, good for everybody, that would be great.
He doesn't even know Putin.
Don't know him. I don't know him, and know nothing about him really. If we got along with Russia, that's not a bad thing. Yeah. I don't even know him. All of a sudden, they make it like he's my best friend. Relationship with him, I don't.
Yeah,
I've
you
never
said
met
for
him.
3 years, 13, 14, and 15, that you did have a relationship with him.
No, look, what do you call a relationship? I mean, he treats me with great respect. I have no relationship with Putin. I don't think I've ever met him. I never met him. I don't think I've ever met him.
You would know it if you did, wouldn't you?
I think so, yeah, I think so. So I don't think I've ever met him. I mean, if he's in the same room or something, but I don't think so.
Never spoken to him on the phone?
I've been in Moscow. I didn't meet him in Moscow. Where?
Never spoken to him on the phone?
I have never spoken to him on the phone, no. I've spoken, when we had the Miss Universe contest a number of years ago, we had Miss Universe in Moscow, in the Moscow area. He was invited, he wanted to come, he wasn't able to come. That would have been a time when I would have met him.
But I just want to clear this up, because you did say on 3 different occasions you had a relationship with him. Now you say there is none.
Well, I don't know what it means by having a relationship. I mean, he was saying very good things about me, but I don't have a relationship with him. I didn't meet him. I haven't spent time with him. I didn't have dinner with him. I didn't go hiking with him. I don't know. I wouldn't know him from Adam, except I see his picture and I would know what he looks like.
Vice President Biden told me this week that Vladimir Putin wants to beat Hillary. And Madeleine Albright said that your victory would be a gift to Putin. And what they're pointing to is things like your statements about conditioning our commitments to NATO allies, softening the GOP platform on Ukraine, even considering softening sanctions and recognizing Russian annexation of Crimea. They fear that that's going to hurt America and advance Russia's interests.
They only fear one thing, losing the election. If our country got along with Russia, that would be a great thing. When Putin goes out and tells everybody, and you talk about relationship, but he says Donald Trump is going to win and Donald Trump is a genius, and then I have people saying you should disavow. I said, I'm going to disavow that.